Seoul, May 1, 2025, MJ, the lead vocalist of the boy group ASTRO, recently shared a warm story about the closeness between the late Moonbin and actress Moon Jae-young that is rarely known to the public. In a limited interview between his solo activities, MJ said that Moon Jae-young is a very secretive figure and rarely shares his personal life, even among celebrities. However, one thing that not many people know is that Jae-young has had a very close friendship relationship with Moonbin since they were in elementary school. Moonbin knows a lot about Moon Jae-young, including sides that even his contemporaries may not know. They are like family since childhood, said MJ. According to MJ, Moon Jae-young often pours out his heart to Moonbin, including personal matters involving his love life. One of them is his relationship with Cha Eun-woo, a member of ASTRO and Moonbin's best friend. Although their romance was never officially announced, MJ mentioned that he only found out a few months ago that Jae-young and Eun-woo had been in a relationship for about 2 years. In response to the closeness, MJ chose to keep his distance and not ask too many questions. I appreciate them as friends and partners. They deserve privacy just like anyone else. Our job is to guard, not interfere. MJ's statement provides a new glimpse into the warm dynamics behind the scenes of Korean entertainment, while highlighting the figure of Moonbin, who has become the anchorage of many hearts, both as a friend, listener, and irreplaceable liaison. Moonbin's departure in 2023 left deep mourning for many people, especially those with whom he had close ties. For Moon Jae-young, the loss felt very personal. He has never given a public statement, but some colleagues have mentioned that he chose to grieve in silence, showing the depth of their relationship. Moonbin is not just a friend. He's like a mirror to Jae-young, a place where he understands himself without having to explain, said a source close to him who did not want to be named. Now, with the support of the closest people including Cha Eun-woo, Moon Jae-young is slowly living out his new days. The relationship between the two, which has been kept away from the media spotlight, is referred to by MJ as a form of maturity and mutual respect. They're not the type to show off or get attention. They just want to live like everyone else, work, be happy and love calmly, continues MJ. As the oldest member of ASTRO, MJ also affirms the importance of space and empathy towards the personal lives of celebrities. He hopes the public can continue to support without disturbing the boundaries they have chosen. We all need a place to breathe, including Eun-woo and Jae-young. They are my best friends and I want the best for them. This news is a reminder that behind the glamorous spotlight of the entertainment world, there are real stories of friendship, love, and loss. And behind the silence of someone like Moon Jae-young, stored strength and deep memories with the figure of the irreplaceable Moonbin. Moments of closeness between Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young are rarely caught on camera. But the closest colleagues know that the two have been supporting each other for a long time. The two have worked together on various projects, and the chemistry that appears in front of the camera is apparently not just acting. According to MJ's story, Moonbin was the first to find out about their feelings for each other. Bin has always been a bridge for many hearts. He knows first. He was the one who heard their first story, the first nervousness, and maybe also the one who heard the most, he said slowly. The love story they nurtured quietly became a testament to maturity and commitment amid the pressures of the entertainment industry. MJ does not deny that maintaining a relationship in such a situation is not easy. But he stressed if they choose to be silent, it is not because they want to hide, but because they want to protect something valuable. MJ himself, known as a cheerful and energetic figure, showed a more reflective side when delivering this message. For him, all ASTRO members, both those who are still together and those who have passed away, always teach the meaning of sincere friendship. I just want people to know Jae-young and Eun-woo are not a couple who want to be highlighted. They just want to be loved as human beings, MJ concluded with a small smile. This story is not just about South Korea's top artists, but about people, about loss, care, and genuine love. Moonbin may be gone, but the legacy of his soul lives on in the memories of his friends, in the love he knew, and in the silence he kept. Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young continue their steps, slowly and surely. Meanwhile, MJ and the other ASTRO members continue to look out for each other, carrying on the spirit of Moonbin in work, in friendship, and in life. Not many people know, but for those closest to Moonbin, his legacy is not only a memory, but also a unifying spirit. Cha Eun-woo, who is known for his impeccable on-screen image, often shows his fragile side when he mentions Moonbin's name. In some appearances, he can be seen holding back tears, especially when performing songs that have special meaning to both of them. Moon Jae-young, on the other hand, chose silence. But in that silence there is a power that cannot be measured. He continues to live his work as an actress with great professionalism, but always avoids excessive scrutiny, especially about his personal life. Few people know that Moonbin is his connection with the world that is too noisy. Now, MJ and the remaining ASTRO members continue their journey with a constant sense of loss, but also with the responsibility to take care of each other and to preserve the memories of Moonbin. They are all young, but their maturity is amazing, especially when it comes to losing and staying on your feet, said a management staff member who has worked closely with ASTRO since its debut. MJ cautioned, "Don't judge too quickly, don't ask too hard. Because sometimes the most sincere love is undeclared love. We as spectators and admirers may only see them from the screen, but behind the screen is a human being with a very real story. There are loves that are kept secret, there are friends that are missed every day, and there are lives that still have to go. Even the loss has changed everything. Moonbin may be gone, but he's still alive in ASTRO songs, in Eunwoo Smile and Ga Young Silence, and in MJ story that he finally shared with the world. The days go by. On stage, Cha Eunwoo smiles and greets the fans. On the screen, Moon Jae-young continues to amaze with her roles. MJ was back on the radio, bringing laughter as usual. But behind all that, there was a trace of Moonbin that never really disappeared. It is present in their way of looking at the world, in the choice of songs, in the careful steps they take. Moon Jae-young and Cha Eunwoo have never made a public statement about their relationship, and probably never will. But for those who understand, love doesn't always have to be announced to be felt. Like the Moonbin that secretly houses many hearts, they choose the same path, to love in silence, to keep in simplicity. MJ, who has always been the guardian of the atmosphere and the protector of harmony in ASTRO, still stands respectfully. He knew that part of this story was not to be explained, but to be respected. "We don't need to know everything to be able to appreciate," he said, closing the conversation. "Most importantly, they're happy. That's enough." And it is that this story is not only about celebrities. It's about a friendship that began in childhood, about a loss that cannot be replaced, and about a love that chooses to walk silently amid the roar of the world. Moonbin is gone, but he left behind the greatest legacy, the warmth that united them all, and a lesson that love in any form is something worth keeping. At their every step, MJ, Eunwoo, Jae-young, there is a name they carry in their hearts, not as a burden, but as a light. Moonbin is not just a friend, not just a member of ASTRO. It's home. A place to return when the world feels heavy, a place to lean when words cannot express the hurt. Eunwoo, in his silence, learns to love without the need for confession. Moon Jae-young, in his gentleness, learned to lose by standing strong. And MJ, in his wisdom, bears witness to how love can come in many forms, not always loud, not always visible, but always real. Now, the 2 years of love they nurtured keep going, not to be proud of, but to keep. Because for them, love is not something that should be owned by the world. They know enough, they feel enough. And maybe just Moonbin knows, because he was the first to hear it all. Moonbin teaches them how to love, how to cry, and how to laugh back. He was part of their every move, every memory tucked between laughter and tears. The world may no longer see the five of them together on stage, but in their hearts, ASTRO remains intact. And in the midst of all that's changed, there's one thing that hasn't, a love that never fades.